Well, hello there, all my poor people. It's Michael Dieterich here. I'm just a poor boy. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, as the case may be. If you're here for the first time, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button? It would really help me out. I recently finished editing a kind of suite of 4 videos that are kind of interconnected. Not that they're so connected to each other, but more that in the videos I would say, like, oh, if you want to see more about this, check out this video. Or if you want to see how I use the skins to make jewelry, check out this video. So I couldn't really post them because if you know YouTube, to insert a card, you have to have a link in there, and you can only have a link if you've uploaded the video. So I really had to finish all 4 videos and then put in the cards. So last night I was going, oh, tomorrow, no more editing, I get to paint. But something happened last night and I wasn't really in a good mood, and I woke up this morning kind of cranky. It was gray outside, and so I sat here and I didn't want to waste the day. So I did have some material lying around, and I thought I would get started editing it because it was going to be a mega project. And that mega project starts off with a painting I did earlier this year that was part of the Do's or Don'ts challenge, which you can also see here. Basically, the Do's or Don't challenge, there were 3 things that I was allowed to do or had to do, and 3 things that I was not allowed to do. So you had some like guidelines and some limitations. And that really kind of focused me. It also challenged me to do some things that I normally wouldn't do. I did some more, manipulation with sticks internally that I normally don't use. I did some flip cups in a pattern that I normally wouldn't have placed them. And I also did something by adding some paint to the canvas before the flip cup. It's just something that came to me. You never know. Someone may have thought of this before. Who knows? But I thought I'd try it, and it worked out like a charm. And that piece is gorgeous. It's called Finite Space. You can see it here. Love this piece. And it became even better when I put resin on it. I like resin. I don't like resin on everything. It really depends on how the composition is. The more modern it is, the more I like the resin with it. And this piece was just begging for resin, and it turned out gorgeous with resin on it. So I put that piece on Facebook, and a friend of mine said, hey, I really like this piece. My husband does too, but is there any way that we can see it in real life? This is during Corona. But I said, I'll bring it over if you'd like to see it. So I did, brought it up to the bedroom. They loved it. The problem is, it's too small. Now, it's 50 by 50 centimeter, which is 20 by 20 inches. And I mean, literally, it was just like a painting behind their bed. And yeah, they wanted something much bigger. So I said, I can do a custom piece for you that's much bigger. But the thing was, they really, really liked this piece. So I said, I could never recreate it perfectly. However, because I wrote down all my recipes and colors and everything, and because I'd made a video of it, I said I could recreate this piece. Now, I said it will never be an identical twin, but if I follow the same guidelines and techniques and use the same colors, I said they will be family. So they ordered a commission from me, and that was they wanted 3 50 by 50 pieces. And what I said was I would pour 3 new canvases, and then they could choose between the 4 canvases, the original and the 3 recreations. Now, in the long run, I made 4, and I brought them unresined to their house earlier this week. They loved them. They figured out which ones they wanted and what composition, and I now have them back at the house. I'm going to resin them, and then they will be delivered. But they were very happy. Problem is, my air purifier broke down, and I'm not going to do resin with, the chance of dust getting in there. So today it was like, what am I going to do? I didn't really feel like editing, but I was like, yeah, I've still got those 4 pours I did because I filmed all 4 of them. And then I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I edited in a way that you could see all 4 at the same time? And that's exactly what I did. I thought it was going to be a mega project to get this all, timed out. I can't believe it. I got it done in one day. So this is a time lapse. You're going to see the pours. You're going to see how I stack the cups the same way. The Flip cup technique is the same. Now, of course, you'll see that sometimes the cups are further apart or closer apart, or when I pour this like gold paint between the cups, sometimes it's thinner or thicker. That's what makes the paintings organic. But I think it's really fun to watch all four of them next to each other being created at the same time and see those results. So this is my latest video. I call it 4 of a Kind. I hope you enjoy it. I sure did. Let's go. Alrighty guys, welcome to the studio. I have mixed my paints already. I'll put those colors in the description, but real quick we'll go through these Amsterdam colors. This is Amsterdam Lamp Black. This is Amsterdam Pearl Blue. This is Amsterdam Turquoise Blue. This is Amsterdam Greenish Blue, and this is also mixed with a non-Amsterdam color. That's the Lascau Deep Emerald Dark, 50-50 mix there. I did this last time. I'm glad that I wrote down the recipe. That's why it's always good to write down what you did, because if you ever need to recreate something, you can. And this is, of course, my favorite deep gold. This one's a little bit thick, as usual. I'll thin that up just a little bit. I also, in these two colors, have mixed this Acrylic Varnish Metallic. I'll put that in the description again. I just put in 1 tablespoon for each color. Now I did mix that tablespoon up first with a little cheap pouring medium and water to thin it out, and I ran it through a strainer because it was a little lumpy, and now it's turned out great. So there's just a tiny bit of metallic in there. I'll put the name of this product in the description. I can't remember it right now. It's on here somewhere. Oh yeah, Kohinoor. So this is a varnish that I bought, and it didn't work out as a varnish. It was way too dark, but it does add a little bit of metallic tinge. So I put 2 tablespoons in each because this is double the amount of paint that I did last time. The reason why is I'm doing 3 of these paintings, but tonight I'm just going to do 2. So I decided I will get all of the colors ready, and I'll double the recipe so they're all ready to go. I do need to now get my canvas on the table, and I will paint the edges black just like I did last time, and then we'll get back in it. Alrighty guys, so as you can see here, I have painted the sides and the edges of my canvas with lamp black. I did this with just pure undiluted, no pouring medium, just straight. I had a little bit of extra in one of the older bottles, and I just went, yeah, I use it. That's what I usually do instead of using the mix. Now, because I'm trying to kind of recreate or make companion pieces, luckily I went back, and I said, as I watched the original video and saw how I poured the cups, and I'm trying to duplicate everything. So I even looked, I know I did 4 cups, and then I did a center cup. I even was very particular about how I flipped the cup with the gold place where I poured on the inside. I mean, there was a lot of specifics, but I went back and watched it all. I know it because I want the pieces to be as close to the original as possible, so that they all are part of the same family. They will never be identical, of course not, but it should be 3 pieces that are made exactly the same way, that when they're put together on the wall, they should look great together. Now, the one thing I did differently was, when I made this painting, I used 70% glue, 20% water, and 10% my cheap Dutch store pouring medium. Yeah? And that paint was super thick, and I ended up diluting it quite a bit to get it to where it needed to be, and even then it was too thick. So this time I thought I would save a step just a little bit, because I added so much water and pouring medium that I'm sure I must have changed the ratio. So instead of doing 70, 20, 10, I did 60, 25, 15. So it's not exactly the same ratio, but it already looks a lot like the consistency that I thought, oh, this is good, and ended up being quite thick. Now, there's 5 cups. Originally, when I planned it, I had 1 in the middle and then 4 around it, and I kept that, but at the last minute I changed the flip cups to the corners and drug out. Yeah, so there were 4 cups that were done the same, and then there was one that went into the middle that was different. Yeah, and I'm going to pour those cups now, and we're going to speed this up to get through it as quickly as we can. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. It was super challenging, but it didn't take as much time as I thought, so I'm really glad I did it. The only thing I'm wondering is, when I watch it, it's a lot of fun, but It's a lot to see, especially in time-lapse. Is it too much? Are you interested in seeing the individual pores? Because it would be quite easy now at this point to make 4 separate time-lapse videos if you want to see the individual pores. If you would like to see that, would you comment below and say, hey, I'd love to see that? Or if you think that's a waste of time, go ahead and comment there as well. I would really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. And if you aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. It would really help me out. We'll see you at the next video. My name is Michael Dietrich. I'm just a poor boy. See you later.